I don't know if y'all ever thought much about what God can do, but I'll tell you an interesting story here. About a week ago, me and Honey Baby was sitting around the house, and we flipped on that Netflix thing on TV, you know, and she says, "What do you want to watch?" And it was a television show about these bunch of kids that went down to Guatemala, and they had read somewhere where a lot of people in the world live on less than $1 a day, and they decided they'd go down and try to live on less than $1 a day. And they all lost weight, and they all got really hungry, and they talked about how when you live on a diet with that few, well, basically when you live on a diet that's insufficient, you don't have enough food for your body to grow and develop, and mentally and physically, there's just all kind of hard things that happen to people. And I was watching that and I was thinking, man, $1 a day? You know, we live in a world where we pay $1 a day for a cup of coffee or anything, you know, a pack of peanuts on the way to work. It's no big deal, you know. I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I knew how to get in touch with somebody who lived in a place like that and just give them $1 a day, you know? I mean, but how do you do that? I mean, you don't just put $1 a day in an envelope and mail it off to, you know, Nicaragua and say, here, give this to somebody, you know? So I was kind of thinking about that and, you know, praying about it, I guess. And then Honey Baby said something about, you know, they're having a concert over at the church. And she wanted to go to it. So I said, yeah, I'll go to that with you. So we went over there last night. It was a big deal. There was a boy there from Macon, Georgia, and he'd never been to Maine before, and over to church. So one of the girls in the church had shot a moose, and they brought that moose in and, you know, cooked it up and was serving it for dinner. And I'm thinking, not only does he come to Maine for his first time and it's snow on the ground, and plus is serving moose for dinner at some girl in the church shop. You just don't get that stuff down in Georgia, you know, but that's getting us off there. But there was this other group there called Unspoken, and they you know, played some real nice music. And then they showed a video about this organization called Compassion in Jesus' Name, and they was talking about people who live in countries where they just don't have enough to eat. And he was telling stories about you know, people that had been in his band who had grown up with the help of this organization. It's called Compassion International. I just looked it up on Wikipedia this morning to see if it's legit, and apparently it is. They say, you know, really very, you know, it gets really good marks as far as charity organizations go. So he says, if anybody here would like to sponsor a kid, raise your hand. Well, I just shot my hand right up, and some guy walked me around and gave me this packet, and there's this little kid. Here he is right here. His name is Ishimwe, and he lives in Rwanda. And guess what? Me and Ishimwe's going to get to know each other, because I'm going to be sending him, sending some money every month to this organization, and they're going to help to feed him and educate him and take care of him, and I feel good about that. It's like, oh, that's cool. I'm just wishing that there was some way that I could do something to help. Look at there. There's Ishimwe, way over in Rwanda. What's the chances of me and him would ever get together? Well, I guess the good Lord just worked it all out. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and here we are. So I just thought I'd share that with y'all. Y'all might hear me talking about this Ishimwe in the future. Look at him, ain't he cute? He's just a little feller. He's like 3 years old or something like that. But if any of y'all ever interested, you go over to Wikipedia and you just look this Compassion International up, and they talk about all of the different things they do. You know, they says the first stage of Compassion's model and their is child survival. Provides parental care, nutrition, health care, infant surviving training, spiritual guidance and education, support through the local church for mothers at risk, etc., etc. So it just kind of goes on and on. Leadership development program, child sponsorship program, which is what I'm doing. Helps those in impoverished areas use a holistic three-phase approach. Well beyond simply providing food and medical aid, it also involves education, training, preparing the individuals to contribute back to their community. I'll get on board with that. I tell you what, I love being able to do something useful. You know, sometimes you need a reason to feel worthwhile. I mean, you know, we live our lives and we get to a certain place, it's like, well, what good am I doing here on the planet? Well, if I'm doing something like this, I'm doing a little bit of good. I like it. I like it a lot. Woohoo! I just thought I'd share that with y'all. Have a nice day. I'm gonna stop talking now.